in St Pancras Station, ready to go off to Brighton. Have required food. Now back we go, down to the platform and off to Brighton. And we're on the train, crossing the river, looking out across the Thames, and straight into the sort of raw industrial side of London. It goes on forever, but it's being gentrified. Lots of fabulous new buildings going up in the Stockton side. As we move down, it's really being changed. But there's still a lot of these apartments right on top of the railway line. People live very close to the main line, and slowly these buildings are coming up. That one's amazing. I have no idea what it is, but it's astonishing. I'll have to look at that actually. I'll be able to tell you in the next one. And yet the stations are still old-fashioned, flat traditional stations, and then we're out and into the countryside proper, through the South Downs and rolling down through to the sea, and always spires, always churches everywhere you go in Britain. It's amazing. These little villages as we go through are an area of natural beauty and are all preserved now, so it's quite an interesting area. And then you arrive into Brighton, into a Victorian railway station. It just pops you straight out into the heart of Brighton on this glorious day, and you walk straight down the street and onto the gravel beach. I'm not used to shingle beaches. I grew up with sand, so the crunch is fabulous. And then from the beach you can see the skeleton of the West Pier that was burned down in 2003. And then this thing is the I-360, and that's been built to give a view out right across Brighton down to the Palace Pier. I didn't go up in it, but it is fascinating. My friend didn't want to go up into the heights. Now, it's like a donut. It slides up and down that pole, and then it's got a mirror on the bottom, so it reflects the whole beach below. And up there you would have had a good view of this reality TV volleyball game being filmed. After lunch, we went down into the laneways that were the old pathways between your agricultural plots, where your neighbours had one side of the lane and you were in the other, and these were the old pathways between them. And they've slowly been built on and built up, 200 years ago. It's really special. It was nice and cool on this hot day. Lots of these little boutique jewellers, bookshops, lots of coffee shops, lots of ice cream stores, but managed to dodge that. And of course you pop out onto a street and there's a pub, because it's England and there are pubs everywhere. These are the next layer of lanes. This one was a more high-end store, more high-end salons, and some very nice coffee shops as we walked through. The White Company was down here. What else? Oh, Ted Baker. I mean, really beautiful shops. Still high street, but very nice. And more of the lanes as they weave in and out. And then it pops you out onto a normal street. Just all of a sudden you come out of these tight little lanes and suddenly you're in a normal area. Back out and there's sunshine around again. It was really a very warm day. Far too warm for April. Always churches. Sorry for the wobbly filming. This is my first vlog, don't forget. I'm going to get better at this. Just behind this area is the Royal Pavilion, and it was built it began to be built in 1787, and it was a royal residence, a plaything for a prince. It's in this Indo-Islamic style, so really the Regency era loved anything that was exotic, that was just being discovered by the European countries, and it was just a plaything. It was a good place to have a mistress. Well, she actually became sort of like a wife, but that's another story. So this was designed and built as a plaything for a prince, because he'd been advised to come and bathe in Brighton because it would be good for his gout. And there's beautiful gardens all around it now. It's a very big area and it's slowly all being restored, and the gardens are being turned back into natural habitats. And here's one of the little creatures that lives here. Unfortunately, it's a grey squirrel, and they're the invaders from North America that are sort of slowly pushing out the red squirrels. Sadly, they are a little brighter, a little more aggressive, and so the red squirrels just are retreating north away from the London area. Then it leads down into these old streets. Now, these homes would have been slums only a few years ago, but increasingly, as they are part of the station area now, you get to, they're all renovated. And then back onto the train, out and off back to London through the same countryside, and then back over the river. You can see that's right beside the Tate Modern. That's the cheese grater in the background. I don't know what they call it, a cheese grater because it looks like one. That's the chimney from the Tate Modern, and which is an old power station. So there we are. We've got the cheese grater. That's Walkie Talkie. Heading down into St Pancras and then change. We go out on the Northern Road. It's a good day. Wasn't it a good day? It was. Baby T says it was a good day. I look a bit rough, but look, I've been at the seaside, what do you expect? And that was my day in Brighton and my very first vlog. I hope you enjoyed it and that you'll give me a thumbs up and subscribe to follow along and join me as I do some more of these, and I promise to get better at it as I go. Took a bit of a while to edit this and get myself sorted out, but I think, I've learned a lot doing it, so I hope that they'll be better in the future. I hope that whatever you're doing, you're having a lovely day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.